In our top story for the South, the ANC is set to establish a task team to prepare for a provincial elective conference in KwaZulu-Natal. Now, this follows a special ANC-NEC meeting which discussed the roadmap to the December National Conference. ANC Secretary General Gwede Mantashe and the NEC accepts the Pietermaritzburg High Court judgment which nullified the 2015 KZN elective conference. However, they would engage with senior counsel as well as deliberate within 3 days whether they'll appeal the court ruling. However, the NEC next week would then discuss matters to dissolve the current Provincial Executive Committee. Mantashe explained that these decisions were underpinned by the need to find a unifying solution and reassert the authority of the ANC rather than the courts. Meanwhile, the NEC also approved the roadmap to the National Conference to be held in December, where it reaffirmed the decision to advise provinces not to hold provincial as well as regional conferences ahead of the National Conference. However, this does not apply to those that are long overdue. Mantashe further said that a KwaZulu-Natal elective conference would not impact on a December's National Conference, which will be comprised of branch delegates.
The biggest worry about this judgment is not the judgment itself, is the emphasis on the one-third and the interpretation of that one-third, whether it takes away the right of the NEC to take decisions. That is the difference. But if after consulting the senior counsels, the decision that we should appeal. 15 days is ending this week, early this week. Once that appeal is submitted, they stay of execution. But if we want a declaratory order, we may dissolve the PEC, put a PTT, continue but go to court for clarification of the interpretation of the order. The reason that we're 3 days to get the senior counsel opinion is because within 3 days we must appreciate whether this decision is appealable or not. But for all intents and purposes, then the PEC is going to be dissolved. That's why we talk of a task team. Because once you dissolve the PEC, you have a task team. You can't have a task team on top of a PEC. But there's urgency on the part of the ANC, one, to go to a conference as soon as possible. Have a PEC that is legitimate in place. Two, you ensure that that process is overseen by a team that is seen not to be biased or try to pull the various interests together.
I think it's also an important thing, not only for the ANC, but also broadly, whether courts, in terms of dispensing justice, whether justice can be compromised on the basis of a technicality. Because if it becomes a matter of technicality, you're going to end up with a problem where some people may not even be able, sometimes they have processes in government, especially in criminal justice system, that says you should have filed on this day, you should have done this. And you find that some of our people, because they do not know those, they can end up being compromised and the justice not be served. So it's very important to check whether technical issues can or should be allowed to suspend or undermine justice.
The ANC task team is a good initiative. We might debate about what the terms of reference will be or what this task team intends to achieve. But at the end of the day, the task team has to begin work immediately in terms of investigating what is happening really in KZN.